Hi and welcome to my YouTube channel, or back to my YouTube channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much, you know it means the world to me. Today we're going to do a little tutorial on the Dyson Air Wrap, and I'm going to tell you a couple tips and tricks that are going to make your styles stay. Since I know that's a really common problem with the Air Wrap, and I know I had that certain problem as well, we're going to go over all those tips and tricks right in the video, so let's get into it. So I'm going to continue sectioning my hair poorly and drying my roots only. I'm going to shift the dryer upwards so that it gives me lots of volume. Okay. There are a few things for you to note. So 1, dry your roots completely before you do anything else. Another thing to note is that your hair should be about 90% dry when you're styling the rest of it. Sectioning is going to be your best friend when it comes to the Air Wrap, because if you don't section your hair, it's just going to blow around the rest of your already styled hair and mess it up, and you don't want that. My most important note of all about how to get your style to stay with the Dyson Air Wrap is to not use the cool shots. If you have hair like mine, at least, this is what worked best for me. Every single time I've used the Air Wrap and used the cool shot, my style fell out. When I stopped using it, my style stays, and it stays for like 5 days or until I wash it next. Again, all of these tips and tricks that I'm giving you are what's worked in my experience personally. Please give them a shot if you'd like. If you have a different hair type, it may not work for you. Even if you have the same hair type, it may not work for you. Everybody's different, and these are just things, as I said, that work for me personally. Okay, so now that I look like a crazy person and my roots are 100% dry, I'm going to brush it out and section it again, and we're going to start with the wide barrel. Now, if your hair is still very wet on the ends, I do recommend just going in a little bit and just drying the rest of it. Not completely, again, just to about like 90%-ish. I think that my hair is kind of at the point, I mean, maybe not here. See how wet this is? This is not going to pick up on the attachment, so I am going to go in and dry this section a little bit more, but the rest of it seems to be dry enough. So let me just do that quickly. Before I started drying my roots, I did use 2 products. I used the Cheese Silk Infusion and the Olaplex No. 6. Olaplex first, cream before oil, always, to help with damage and keeping the style in, and then just a little bit of heat protection as well, since I get really frizzy and we don't want to damage our hair even further, even though this does a great job at minimizing the damage already. Okay, that should be good. Now that I have the curling attachment on, we need to make sure that we take very small sections of hair, because that's how it's going to work the best. Okay, so we're going to start by taking a very small section of hair right here, and this is how we do it. I think they say you're supposed to do it this way. Yeah! I love that. I always just push it up a little bit. They say you don't need to like help it, like by pushing it in or anything, and you're not supposed to rotate it. I don't know if you can even hear me, but you should just bring it towards your head. And hold it there for about 10-15 seconds, and then release. A big difference between this new Air Wrap and the old one is that you can switch the direction of the curl that you're making with just one attachment. In the old one, you needed 2 attachments. If you wanted to go one way or the other, you'd have to switch attachments. So that is a really cool feature about this one, with the curl going to the right, and then I switch it every curl, just to give it that more like blown out effect instead of just like one giant curl, you know what I mean? So with the Dyson Air Wrap, it's not something that you can, you know, like quickly touch up your hair with, but it does create a really nice style when you figure out how to use it for yourself. I like to keep it as tightly curled as possible for now, because we want to keep it like that until it cools so the style holds the best that it possibly can. If it lets out a little bit, that's okay, it happens. Unless you pin it, it's not going to be perfect. I am too lazy to pin it, so we're not going to do that. Oh no. It still does get quite hot, so you should still be careful and not directly touch the barrel. I'm just using my nails to kind of clamp it up there. And it will likely take longer to style your hair with the Air Wrap than with a traditional hot tool. For me personally, I do think it was worth it, because I love that it creates less damage for my hair. That's something I'm really big about. Since my hair is already so damaged, I just want to protect it the best that I can so that I can keep dyeing it cool colors. Right. And let's switch it, and here we go again. And the longer we leave this like this, the better the style will stay. So if you're gonna go through your curls with your hands right now while it's still hot, your style will not hold as well. Please do not do that. Usually after I finish the rest of my head, I will do my makeup. That's why I have no makeup on right now. And I'll leave the curls just as they are. I will not touch them. And then I will kind of like either flip my head or just run through it with my fingers after I'm done with my makeup, or as long as I can really wait. Now we're gonna do the other side. I feel like this is honestly a little bit too dry. It's making me nervous, but we'll see. Now, I'm not sure if I said this before, but it is really important to turn the tool off when you're done with a curl so that the rest of your style does not get messed up. Another tiny section, and we're going to switch side. I don't even use hairspray to hold this. I just do not like how hairspray feels. I don't want my hair to be crunchy. I want to keep it nice and as soft as possible. So no hairspray at all. All right, so let's move on to the next section. Now, according to Dyson, the tool measures the temperature, I believe about 40 times per minute or something like that. So it's not supposed to burn your hair due to that. There we go. Twist. Again. I know it looks really crazy right now, but I promise it is gonna look good. Stick. Now sometimes you do need to create tension when the air wrap won't get your hair around it right away. So in this case, what we do, or what I've been doing, you've probably seen it in this clip. So we're gonna create a little bit of tension by just and pulling the air wrap. So pulling it outwards and then there we go. Ooh. Now, since I have split dye hair, this side does hold a curl a lot better than this side since it's more damaged. Generally, the damaged side tends to hold a style better. I do like to hold the air wrap a little bit longer on this side just to ensure that it holds the same type of curl. I do notice that sometimes, just due to the color, it does fall out a little bit faster on this side since this side is a little bit healthier than my purple side, but it cannot be helped when you have half and half hair. I do have a video on all the pros and the cons of split dye hair. I will link it right here for you to watch. So now with this front piece, I do like to hold the air wrap horizontally so I can get as much volume as possible. And let's see, let's have it turn to the right one. Now that we are done, I'm gonna let this just completely cool off, and then that's when I'm gonna be able to run my fingers through it or just flip it around a couple of times, and the style should stay better if you just leave it alone just like this. No matter how much you want to like brush it out, don't. And then when I feel like it's completely cooled, I'm gonna come back and I'll show you exactly what it looks like. Okay, so now that I feel my hair has cooled completely, I'm going to just run my fingers through it and we're gonna see how it looks. Oh yeah. So satisfying. Nice. Okay, so obviously it looks very curled right now, but the next day and the day after it looks super, super blown out. Like I've got it done by a professional, and I love, love, love that look. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that this tutorial and all the information that I gave you on the Dyson Airwrap was really, really helpful. If you liked it, please let me know in the comments below, and suggest anything else that you want to see from me in the future right there as well. Thanks for watching and have a great day.